So what I'm going to do is try to go down this way a little bit before I run my battery down too much. I do have to recharge my battery here. So there's like a little drainage ditch over this way somewhere. Yeah, it's over here. Alright, so I've got this sort of like bootleg patch antenna just sitting here in my living room. And I'm over that way. I mean, I'm not crazy far, but it's having to do some, object penetration here. Not sure how well that audio is coming through. We'll put the headphones right next to the phone here. So this is about the quality where I don't want it to get any worse than that, right? You can't really see. It looks much better on the screen I'm looking at. Much better. But the benefit with this as opposed to 5.8, with 5.8 I might get to a point down here to where the video just cuts out completely. At least with this I can kind of get an idea to where I can say, okay, maybe I need to go ahead and turn back. I don't know if anybody's home down here, but I probably can't make it all the way down here to the street without changing the orientation of this antenna. So you can see it's already getting pretty bad. I can still keep going though, which is pretty amazing. I've still got range on my control. I haven't quite gone this far yet. So maybe I could make it down to the street, but I don't really want to go all the way down there. So the street's not too much further actually, but I'm just going to go ahead and turn around, start heading back, because I don't want to run out there and try to get this car. Ooh, got real bad there. I'm just going in reverse here. I'm also trying not to get this thing too wet because I did destroy the camera riding through a puddle. But yeah, you can see how bad the video breaks up. Starts to not look too good. This is where diversity comes in. Where, what I've got right now gives me pretty good range and penetration, but I might want some omnidirectional or, combined with some other antennas through a diversity switcher, it'll give me a more solid signal at all times, right? So I'm basically back now. Made it down there. I have a feeling I could make it down the street. I'm not going to try it. My body's kind of throwing reflections here, but when the signal clears up, it's not too bad. Same thing with the audio. I can hear the birds out there. I like having that audio, which is why I haven't really transitioned over to digital yet. So I probably could, my antenna's pointed out that way, at least a little bit. I probably could go out that way quite a ways. Really don't want to. Go around this little turn here. mailman just came, dropped me a package. Cool guy. Feed's getting pretty bad now for some reason. I'm not sure why. Am I at the right place? No, I'm not. That's why. So here we are. And I think I got some water on my microphone. Yeah, my audio doesn't sound too good right now. I gotta figure out what's going on with that. Anyway, yeah, that's how that goes. So this is how this thing basically looks after just, driving around wet grass and stuff. I did try to get it a little waterproof so nothing's damaged this time. Because the first time I got some water splashed up on this camera, it fried it. So this is just an RMRC transmitter. Got a notch filter on it. And I'm just running the dipole that came with it. So that's, the setup as far as the video transmitter. Just got an ant cam on the front, ant cam on the back, and I'm just switching between those with a relay. Started with this, wanted the audio, ended up with this screen that had built-in speaker, but the receiver I'm using to interface with it, because it doesn't have its own receiver, is kind of crap, just single antenna. All I need is really something like this in the end. So this is what I was using, but the audio doesn't work. It's got no speaker and the audio output didn't work. So I wanted the audio, that's why I went to that. So then ultimately end up with one of these guys, the real budget goggles module that I can take this deal off, and it's got a head jack out, so the audio does work. So again, it's all 5.8 on the receiving end that I'm running it, but it's just relayed over from 1.3. So literally what I just did is I had this receiver just sitting on a chair on some boxes, this antenna, and ready-made RC receiver, same type of deal. I've had this set up with its own little DVR and speakers to where if I want to, I can swap the outputs on here to where I'm not going to use the 5.8, and I'm just going to plug directly in with the AV cable into a monitor if I want to. Then that doesn't have audio, then I can leave this audio, hook this audio up through the amp to get my audio. So I can have the ground station here with the screen and all that, but decided to relay it with this adjustable power transmitter to where I realized something about 75 milliwatts is about what I need to be able to walk a fairly good distance away. That will allow me to use all the various 5.8 stuff. Seems like there's a bigger market out there for 5.8. So receivers, screens, goggles, whatever, basically driving around towards that way. And I probably could do a full circle all the way around, but again, video wasn't looking too good. And there's also been other little slight considerations, like for some, even though this is technically the same thing, for some reason this always had much better color rendition on it. Just the quality of the screen looked real good. I used to do a combination of using the video on this smaller screen along with the audio on this bigger screen, and that's how I would run 5.8, whereas I can really just do it all from here. But unfortunately, the screen quality on this guy is not quite as good. So again, but I'm not really doing what it looks like justice by holding my phone up and recording it like that, because it adds a whole lot of noise onto it. It just doesn't look the same.